Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Daddy's Barbecue Pit. This week, what are we going to cook, Bill?
We're doing a flank steak on the PK Go.
Yeah, we're going to show you a real simple, easy marinade to do this in, and we're also going to show you a quick salad. It's going to be real light, healthy, and fresh. Stick around! Okay everybody, we're out here poolside today. We're going to show you our quick marinade for the flank steak we're making. You're going to need 2/3 of a cup of soy sauce, 2/3 of a cup of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, a 1/2 cup of honey, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And then today we're using 1 tablespoon of Captain Choice barbecue rub that we're sticking in there. It's a very good combination. It's from our friends at Rum Runners. It's Captain Choice Rum Runners Barbecue out of Florida. Check them out. So we're just going to give this a quick whisk, and then we're going to show you how we're going to marinate these flank steaks. And you want to see how you can tell everything's coming together, getting incorporated, and you just want to give it a few more stirs, and we're going to set this aside. We're going to clean up. We'll show you how we clean up our flank steaks a little bit, and then we're going to show you how we marinate them. Okay everybody, so both of these flank steaks are about 1.5 pounds a piece. Now, they came from our butcher shop, pretty well cleaned up, but we're going to take off some of this fat and some of this silver skin. And you just want to have a real good sharp knife. And just clean these up. It does not have to be perfect. Just do your best. Take your time with the knife. Try not to gouge the meat too much. Yeah, this is going to cook. We're going to cook this today real fast. Typically, we like to marinate this steak overnight. This is actually a recipe that Bill and Dorothy found that we're using. We tweaked a little bit today. That piece off there. Okay, so we're just finishing mixing this up a little bit. What we're doing here is we got 2 steaks, 1 in each of our food saver marinating pans, I guess you call them, containers. And we're going to pour half of this over each one. We're going to seal it up, and we're going to let it sit for about 1.5 hours. Typically, if you don't have a food saver, that's fine. Do it the night before in the refrigerator. Mix it up, put it in a Ziploc bag. Use the same recipe. Throw it in there, let it sit. Next day you can cook it up. We're in a little bit more of a hurry today for video's sake. I'm just going to pour half of this over each one. Set that out to the side. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and show you how you vacuum seal this. We got it covered in our marinade. This is going to draw that marinade into the meat. And this is just a food saver. Like I said, if you don't have one, you can use a Ziploc bag. I'm going to change the mode to marinade. Okay, so now that's done. We're going to turn it to store vacuum. And now we are completely sealed inside there. And you can see that liquid's hardly moving because there's no air in there. And everything's being drawn into that meat. So we're gonna let this sit for about at least an hour, 1.5 hours would be best. And then we're gonna go ahead and fire up our PK, whip you up a little salad for the side, and see how these taste. Stick around. Okay, so now we're gonna show you how we're gonna whip up our fresh cucumber, tomato, and onion salad. It's gonna be a creamy version of this. First thing that's going in is a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground pepper. And we're just going to mix this together well until it gets nice and creamy. I'm just going to set this aside, and we're going to finely chop what's going to end up being about probably about a tablespoon of fresh dill. Chop that up real fine. Just sprinkle that in on top. We're just going to mix that in good. Now you'll notice as you let this sit and you put in the onion and the tomato and the cucumber, this is going to get a lot of juice in it from the salt and the sugar pulling the juice out of these vegetables. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in 1/2 sweet onion. Just clean off our cutting board here a little bit. Set that guy to the side. We're going to slice this real thin. So we got our bowl here. We're just going to break these thin slices in pieces. Next we got a English cucumber. A lot of y'all probably know them as seedless cucumbers. What I've done is I don't like taking all the skin off of it. This skin's actually good for you. I like kind of get a little creative with it, I guess, and just kind of trim some of it off. And then we're just going to slice this real thin as well. We're going to let this sit for about at least an hour. Okay, so we've had our skirt steak, flank steak, marinating about an hour and a half. We're going to go ahead, we have our PK Go fired up. It's running real hot right now. So we're going to open this up, and then we're going to go ahead and switch our sealer to open. You can hear the air coming out of that. So we're going to go ahead and open this guy up. Ooh, that smells good. I'm just going to give it an extra quick toss in this. I can tell already it's good and marinated. We're going to go ahead and stick this right on the PK. We're going to go about 3 or 4 minutes on each side, and that is it. You don't want to overcook this. So we'll see you back here in a couple of seconds. So we're about 3 minutes into this flank steak. We're going to go ahead and give it a turn. Flip it over. Ooh, look at that goodness. So we're going to shoot for, on this, about 140 today. We're going to go ahead and give it another 3 to 4 minutes on this side, and we'll start probing it to check the temperature. Okay, so we're about 3 more minutes in. We're going to go ahead and start temping this. Let's see, we're about 107 there. 123. 146. What we're going to do is, we know that this end's a little bit hotter. I'm going to check this side. Looks great too. We're going to move this down to this end. We're going to try to finish it down here. And again, we're looking for around, we're looking for around 140 across. So we got a little bit more time down on this thicker end. Then we'll be pulling this off. Okay, so we have hit temperature on our flank steak. Let me see, this thing looks amazing. Ooh, look at that. We're gonna let it rest for about 15 minutes. And then we're gonna slice this thing up. Man, it smells amazing.
Get you some of that.
Woo. So we have our skirt steak here that we marinated. And you can see the grains are going across this way, so we're just gonna simply slice down along that grain, against the grain. Excuse me. And let's see what we got here. We'll see how good that food saver did marinating this. It smells wonderful, so. So there you have it. Next thing is to give this thing a try. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and give our skirt slash marinated flank steak a good try here. You can tell it nice and tender. Cut up a few pieces for Bill and I. Give it a try, see what we think.
Some of that. Cheers.
Cheers. Mm. Tastes like another piece. Get some of that au jus in it. Yeah, that's real good. Taste the soy that we put in it. You can taste all the sesame. The oil comes out of it real good. All the seasoning is great. We also got to try this little salad we got here, I think. Keep the doctors happy.
Yeah.
Even though we saturated it in mayonnaise. Real light.
Fresh.
Yeah. Very fresh. That dill kind of brings out some good flavor in it. I'm guessing it would probably be better. We left that sit for about an hour and a half while our skirt steaks were marinating, but I'll bet you a few more hours that probably would have been even better. But we appreciate you watching. Make sure you check out a few more of these videos here, and we'll see you next week.
Get you some.
Mine. Oh, you stole that last piece. I stole the bigger piece. Would have made her.
Good.